How's it going, guys? My name is Mike, and welcome back to another video. Today's video I'm going to be talking about more Pokemon Go integration and how it's going to work in the Pokemon Switch games. Now, we had a tweet from Based AF Media, and basically they shared out what Real Leaks had said on 4chan. And down there in the picture we can obviously see it says Pokemon Go integration, and catching Pokemon works like Pokemon Go. Obviously we got the rewards in game and Go for linking the two together, and a new accessory will be used with both Go and the games. Now the interesting thing is, when Go was released we had the Pokemon Go like wristwatch sort of thing, where you could catch and see Pokemon without having to get your phone out, just for convenience purposes. I thought that was a brilliant idea, and if obviously Game Freak, Nintendo, Niantic used a similar device but for the Nintendo Switch and Go, I think it could work really well if it linked between the two. Now, my last video talking about the Pokemon Link and stuff, that was actually an April Fool's from last year, so my information was incorrect. I should have probably checked upon that beforehand, but now I'm just going in with things that I do know are certain. Take it with a pinch of salt though, obviously, and we'll just get straight into the discussion. So obviously I've got the original actual like thread here. We've got Real Leaks, as we saw in the image before. And he basically just said that catching Pokemon works like in Pokemon Go. So Real Leaks leaked the original logos, well the Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu logo, and yeah, basically he was right, I suppose, with the whole domain registration thing going on. And he leaked that a while ago on the 1st of April, so everyone thought it was an April Fool. I think he almost did that to cover his tracks slightly, you know, if he's an employee or something. He wants to cover his tracks, he doesn't want to get caught. Now, obviously we know that it's yellow remakes and all this, but it's interesting how he's talked about Pokemon Go integration. Now, as I said before, having a device like a Bluetooth device would work really well with both. However, there is rumours that the Nintendo Switch doesn't have Bluetooth capabilities, so it'd almost have to be some kind of adapter that can connect to the Switch that connects to the Go. Now, I think if they did a hardware as opposed to a software, it'd work much better. You know, like if we had trading from Pokemon Go to the actual game, I feel like that would be a bit clunky and a bit, you know, it wouldn't work as well and efficiently as having something like the Pokewalker from Heart Gold Soul Silver. And I think that Pokemon have capitalized on this whole like Pokewalker idea with Pokemon Go, and due to it being such a big hit, they thought, you know what, we'll do something similar, where it's like the Pokewalker, you can transfer your Pokemon over, you can do stuff with them and then transfer them back. And I think this will be really, you know, it'd be really great if this was included with the whole new games. Now I'm going to go into Emily Rogers' little blog sort of thing, and it says here, Emily, you said there's a Pokemon title releasing on Switch in 2018, what should we expect from it? And to start with, she talks about Pokemon Go, which is brilliant because obviously that's what we're going to talk about. She said, in July 2016 Pokemon Go launched and became a massive phenomenon, having been downloaded more than 500 million times worldwide by the end of that year. Then by 2017 overall download numbers increased to over 750 million a year. This all leads to a much bigger question. What lessons should Game Freak and Nintendo learn from their successes? How could the Switch benefit from Pokemon Go's successes, and how could it benefit the Switch's successes? After all, it was Nintendo who released the Pokemon Go Plus, which was obviously the wearable device. Developed by the Nintendo Platform Technology Division, it allows players to enjoy the game without looking at their smartphone. Would Nintendo ever dare to create more accessories like that, possibly even for the Switch? Joe Merrick, obviously, the guy who owns Cerebi.net and the creator of Cerebi.net, he said what Pokemon Go and the Pokemon series could learn from each other. Now, I agree with all these guys, you know, the guys who actually have more information than we do. I agree that there could be more devices, more accessories releasing. I don't see why not. Obviously, my video the other day discussing the undocked Switch, I think if they had the undocked Switch being sold, there'd be more sales of that along with this accessory. There'd be tons of sales, and I think both games could benefit each other in that kind of way. Obviously, they're wanting to integrate Go, obviously they want to bring in new people into the franchise in a new way, into the main series games, but then they also don't want to lose the touch that, you know, people enjoy Pokemon Go, and so, you know, they want to create a connection between the two. It says here, as we wait for an announcement on the upcoming Pokemon title, which will be revealed before the end of this month, think about Pokemon Go and what it means for the future of the Pokemon series. So, she obviously said this earlier this month, before we found out the actual titles of the games, but there's a lot of evidence hinting towards the fact we could get integration, and if we do, it'll be interesting to say the least. Like I said before, the hardware, if they pull it off with a good accessory, it could be beneficial. The Switch is obviously a portable console, but can also